The great the great reset is not great. Don't listen to them. Justin Trudeau talking about is great, but no, he didn't say it was great. He just said this is a good opportunity for the great reset. The great reset is when, okay, great resets happen, and y'all can do research on this. Great resets happen when a plague comes through a civilization and it wipes it out, like United States of America right now. COVID-19 wiped millions of people out. Then, then, uh, then here comes a new civilization, implementing new laws, new jurisprudence, and new governors, and all of this to engineer these great resets. They making a problem like COVID-19, which would be the plague. Where I'm getting at, okay, it's been plagues going on for a long time, since like the 2nd century and 3rd century and shit like this. This knowledge about the transmission of bacteria and fluids and fungus and shit like this was only withheld within a certain people, and these people was pushing God and all of this Christianity and all of this stuff. These were the missionaries, the crusaders, the orders, the knights. This was them, and more the tribes of them Berber nations, what they call them, put in quote, Berbers. So the plague would be, because Rothschild, I'm bringing him up because this guy has a museum. He got a collection of fleas in the museum. Says he collected the oriental rat flea from Egypt, right? In the pyramid in Giza. He said he collected it. Charles Rothschild and Karl Jordan. They said they collected this flea. So from there we can tell if you collecting it, you engineering it. In these laboratories they be doing this. So for years all these great resets and civilizations, and that's been wiped out. Disease helped wipe these people out while they're being attacked mentally and physically. Mentally and physically, they being attacked by people like the government agents, because that's what they putting in these insects. They putting toxic agents that can withstand, the insects can withstand that toxic material, but a human body can't, and blood don't have the material to withstand higher levels of toxicity. So the plagues and the great resets is what are causing the forgetting, because if we saying that the plague did it and that the person didn't do it, it's a certain amount of group of people that's getting sick and ill at this when these plagues are hitting. And then like right now, they got people doing interviews with people with no mask on, but they saying that COVID is so um, deadly, and you at a risk if you not social distancing and all the other shit. So the plague, and I'm trying to crunch it up real quick. The plague is being the El Plaga. The plague is being put in a play, like in a playbook. It's not a. It's not. They not speaking nothing over your head. They can't. They not seeing nothing that you not seeing. They doing things that you don't know about, and that's engineering bacteria and fungus. So, like I said, they plaguing. They shooting up the insects and rodents and all of this stuff with because insects are like kind of like parasites. You draw the lines, borderline parasite, and because it can hold toxins and all, like I said earlier. But they doing this, and it's causing like millions of deaths. Because if you can just drop them on the city, like right now, drop them on the city, drop them over islands they drive over, fly over, and all of that stuff, then yeah. But I ain't saying they um, didn't do it, but they did it now. But because I just want to know otherwise, how else could just tropical people after, well, not after, it's a guy, man. I just had him. It's a guy on here named Ronald Ross. He had a institute just for tropical diseases. How does that make sense? So you telling me just the tropical places around the world was hit hard with this plague, but before they hit the tropical places, it hit in parts where they was warring it to England, Europe. They was doing it to each other until they got smart and went into cahoots with each other and start acting and making movies and playing and stuff. Yeah. So they know how your body's supposed to be. Needs resets. They causing the reset, filling the skies for years with poison. They causing the resets. So the chaos is coming from a man. It's not coming from nature. Nature is always going to nurture us, not a man. Peace. That's the message.